For years and tens of thousands of images, I was only a natural light photographer. And don't get me wrong, I'm still very much a natural light photographer. Almost everything that I do is in natural light. And when I went to start this YouTube channel, I didn't know anything other than, you guessed it, natural light. So I felt like if I was going to do YouTube videos, I had to be outside. Living in California, this didn't seem like it was gonna be all that hard. But I quickly learned that if I wanted to sustain this channel and be compatible with my own life rhythm, I had to be able to shoot mostly in the evenings and with artificial lighting. I had to learn how to light this room up, struggle along the way, and eventually, thanks to great wisdom from a wonderful community of people around me, I got it all figured out. If you were to compare this video today, or honestly even videos from the last several months to videos from when I started this channel last year, you're going to see things are vastly different. Today, I want to share with you how you can completely transform the work that you're doing with what I believe is the best lighting on the market, and that is Hobolite. I'm going to walk you through every light that they currently offer. I'm going to show you what it looks like, describe to you what it feels like, and we're going to do an output test just on the back wall and around this room. These lights all share some of the same features like Bluetooth connectivity for smartphone control, a standard V-mount adapter to attach it to anything, a spectrum of lighting temperatures, and their overall design. There's also a huge range of accessories to be able to customize these lights to basically do anything you want. Accessories like carbon fiber stands and barn doors and lanterns and softboxes and different battery attachments, and there really is no shortage of ways that you can customize Hobolite's lineup to do whatever you need. Before we get too far in this video, I do want to disclose that I am a Hobolite ambassador. I do work closely with the brand, but that said, they have no input on this video, nor are they reviewing it before I put it out here to you. They're seeing it at the same time you are. Also, if this is your first time here, my name is Dave. I'm a photographer and videographer from the Bay Area of California. If you're not subscribed to this channel, be sure to do so. I post 2 videos a week unless something goes horribly wrong. So let's jump in and review Hobolite's lineup from their smallest light to their largest light. Also, I feel like for this video, I need to turn off all of these lights. So let me turn them off real quick. Hobolite's not currently making light bulbs and this kind of stuff, so that's not Hobolite back there. And off. There we go. The very first light up on our list today is this tiny little guy, the Hobolite Iris. This is a 5-watt light, which sounds incredibly low and maybe not useful at all. But I don't know what the equivalency is between what Hobolite has as their output wattage versus like other brands. 5 watts here is kind of insane. I'm going to show you guys real quick. And I'm actually going to turn this light off as well. All right, so that light's going off. And now this is the Iris at 1%. This light is really small. I mean, look at it. It looks like a little camera. In fact, their design is very camera inspired. It is shaped like a camera. I'm going to put it at 100% on the back wall. And you can kind of see how much light this thing is adding to the back wall here. I'll put it on me at 100%. I can't do this with every light. It'll kill me. But this is me at 100% of the Iris. You can see that it's pretty freaking bright. This is 5 watts and it is bright. I'm looking at my monitor here and it's like way more than enough light. The Iris has a lot of really fun accessories like this little aperture like ring. Look at this thing. Put that on there. Kind of make it a little more pinhole if you wanted to really like shrink the light down. God, it's so bright. This video is gonna kill me. But you can see, there we go, it's just on my face there. You can see how the Iris works. And if you're doing like flat lays or if you're doing shoots that are product centered, this is a great light. I actually use this on almost every product shoot that I do now. It's so small and it's a really fun little light. Okay, let's turn this light back on and let's turn the Iris off. The Iris starts at $99. And I say starts because the lighting is the same price, but you can customize all of these packages. All the lights I'm going to show you, you can customize them with different kits and different accessories. This starts at 99 bucks. And to me, it's kind of a no-brainer to throw into your bag when you just need a little light. It's a great little accessory light. And for 99 bucks, it's a no-brainer. Check out the Iris. Okay, I'm going to keep my phone open on the Hobolite app so I can turn this light on and off as needed for the remainder of the video. This light is really small as well. If I was comparing it to the Iris, you can kind of see the size comparison here. Just your first impressions of it, you're like, okay, that's a very small light. And it is, but let's turn it on. This is 1% of the Micro. Let's turn off our main overhead light here again. And you can see here at 1%, I'm gonna crank it to 100. This is 100%, really bright. Let's do the back wall test. And you can see at 8 watts, we're getting a little more coverage, but 5 to 8 watts is not some huge step up. Okay, let's do the Dave test, and you can see that this light is quite bright. I can feel all 8 watts on my skin and my eyes. Oh my God, getting through this video is gonna be a trip. The nice thing is I do sell these little like diffusers that soften the light a little bit, make it a little more enduring if you need to, you know, shoot yourself. I think this is like, for the size of this light, as small as it is getting the job done. If I was like in a hotel room trying to shoot a video and I just needed a little key light on myself, this light is super easy and no brainer, honestly, to use. Okay, let's turn this off again. All I see are spots. Let's turn our main light back on. There we go. Let me show you one other thing about this light that is really cool. This is the battery. And here are 2 more batteries inside of this USB chargeable stand. I can hit the switch on the top, pull the battery out. Another battery out of my USB-C stand here, and pop a new battery in. The battery is seamless to the light. It has the same finish as the other side. You would not even know that's a battery on there. And you can carry 3 batteries with you if you get the kit that includes this little pack here. It's a tiny light, but it is a very powerful light. Gets the job done. The Micro light starts at $159 for the standard kit, and you can explore their other options and accessories as well. So $159. Next up, we have the Hobolite Mini. Just quick comparison to the Micro and the Mini side by side. When it comes to the size and weight, it's not a huge step up from the Micro, but we've more than doubled the output wattage. This is a 20-watt light. Okay, let's go ahead and flip this over to 1%. And here we go. This is the Hobolite Mini at 1%. Again, it's battery powered. It does not have batteries that pop off. It is a USB-C. Why am I focusing this light on my face? Let me turn that off. It is USB-C charged right here at the top. Okay, let's put it at 100% and do our back wall test. You can see the difference 20 watts makes compared to the 8 watts or 5 watts before. We're getting into big boy lights now, I feel like. 100% on me. Here we go. That's just it's too much light. I can't handle it. I really wanted to do that at 100, but I can't handle it. So 50%, it's still way too much. Look, here's the thing. I'm just gonna bail on the face test now, and I'm gonna turn this light back on. Here's the thing. I think at the level of Mini, you are now in like a home studio setup, which is crazy when you think about the size of this light, how small it is. You've now entered into like, I could run my studio on this light if I needed to. I could run any studio and do a video anywhere with anything on this light if I need to. In fact, right now I'm using this very same light as my rim light. Here, I'll just show you what's going on behind me here. Right up here, I have a Hobolite Mini that I run as my rim light. That's the light that's coming across my shoulder and on the side of my face here. That light is battery powered, and I charge it like every 4 or 5 videos. I just take it down, charge it, and put it back up there. Having battery powered is perfect when I don't have anywhere to run a cable to or from, and it's so clean. If you were asking me, Dave, like what light should I get to get into Hobolite for a room about this size, unless you have the ability to go larger, this is probably all you really need. You throw some diffusion on this and you're all set. The Mini starts at $399 for their standard kit, and as you add accessories, it can go bigger, but you can check that out and all of these at the link below. Let's talk about the Mini Max. This is one of Hobolite's most recent releases. They just released it last week. This one is not battery powered. It does plug in, so I'm gonna put this cable in, and I am gonna screw it on and attach it. You can also power this with USB-C, which I also have done before. The regular Mini, you can see the size difference here. This is a 20-watt light. The Mini Max is a 40-watt light. So we've doubled our output. This is 1%, so turning it on at 1%, you can kind of see that it's nice and soft. Basically all you would need, even in an environment like this. Let's go ahead and turn our main light off again. Again, 1%, you can see it's pretty bright. I don't think I can blast myself at 50% with this, but let's go ahead and let's put this light at 100%, which is, you can't tell, but it's lighting up this whole room right now. The back wall test, here we go. You can get an idea of how much power this light has at 100%. And a quick Dave test with my eyes closed. Yeah, that is insanely bright. So we're not gonna do that with my eyes open for sure. And let's put this back down to 1%. I get a better habit of turning this light back on earlier than later. This is a really compact and easy light setup. Again, it has that V-mount on the bottom. Another thing that's interesting about this light is that you can pop this back plate off. And this back plate is our power source. It is the Max AC back. And Hobolite makes also a really big battery that you can pop onto this Mini as well. And you have a different setup. If I put these two side by side, you can see the size difference. This is the Mini Max without the battery. This is the Mini Max with the battery. And when you put this battery on, now it is a battery-powered light that you can do the same thing before. You just now are operating on a battery. And it is a large capacity battery. Here's the 1%. And again, the battery on, we're back at 100%. Let's turn it all off. It's not incredibly heavy. The Mini Max, 40 watts. You're into like professional level lighting now. And at professional level lighting, we're starting to get into some professional level pricing. This light starts at $5.99. Also, they sell this light in black and in their classic brown. So really you can go either way. We haven't even talked about the finishes. All of these lights have this like really premium feel. Well designed, feels great to touch. I don't have to explain this to you. You can tell that they are premium lights by design, and especially if you were comparing them to other major lighting brands that are offering their lights right now. This is just like, it's not even in the same like camp. Next up, we've got the Avant. I would say this is probably like the most universally standard professional light that they offer. This is a 100 watt output light. It is incredibly bright. This light also has a variety of attachments for the lens. You can also put barn doors on it or put the Bowens mount on for softboxes or lanterns. I mean, there's a lot you can do with this light. Let's go ahead and plug it in. In our lineup, this is the first light that is not battery powered or USB-C. Okay, this light is now on at 1%. Let's turn off this light again. Let's do the back wall test. At 100%, oh my God. You can see now we are getting pretty bright. If I bounce it off the wall behind me, I have basically diffused off the back wall the light in a way that I'm now probably able to replace that if I needed to. Like if I was in a bind, I could put this on a stand, shoot it off this wall, and evenly light myself up at 100 watts of the Avant. The Dave test. I know I'm so blown out. Okay, now let's talk about another light they just recently released alongside of the Mini Max. They released the Avant Max. What I love about this light in black is the design inspiration. This is my Hobolite 500cm and this is the Avant Max. Now the Avant Max looks like a Hobolite and is really a powerful light. This is 80 watts in this light. But interestingly enough, the Avant regular version is 100 watts. So this is going to give you a touch more output, but this is battery powered. So the Max is max power. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And our 1%, you can see this is a very bright light at 1%. Let's go ahead and turn off the Pro light and let's do the 100% back wall test. This light is so bright, it is blowing out, just like the last one, the back wall. And just like I said of the Avant, if I needed to light up myself, I'm bouncing this off the wall that's behind this camera. You don't always need a softbox, you just need a white wall. Okay, let's turn that light back on and turn this light off. Funny enough, I actually used this light to shoot their latest campaign when they launched this light. I used it on a carbon fiber stand. I used a V-mount to mount it to the stand. And this was the light that was casting shadow for the entire shoot, which took me hours to do. And I just ran it off the battery for hours. I think I had it at 1 or 2% because the output is so great. Now, just straight up with you guys, this is my favorite light that they offer. Why? Because it is just beautiful. I love it in black, but I also love it in brown. It just looks like my Hasselblad. It makes me happy. This light makes me happy. It sparks joy. This battery, it does power the light, but it also has a D-tap on top to power your monitor if you were going to be running a monitor. It has 2 USB-C as well as a DC 12-volt output as well. Like, this battery does more than the light. You could actually maybe build an entire rig off of this light to accompany your camera. And that's pretty freaking awesome. If I take the battery off, we see that it's, you know, the battery and the light itself. And for a size comparison, this was our Mini Max and this was our Avant Max. These new Max lights are just insane. And I do think that the Avant Max, again, is my favorite light. The Avant Max starts at $699 and you can just build it out from there with different kits as you can with all of these lights. Okay, their largest light, the 300-watt monster, is the Pro light. This thing is big. If the other ones are like small, this is the next size, 100 watts, and look how small it is. This light is freaking huge. This is like your permanent install light. This is not necessarily the one I'm gonna be taking with me when I go location to location, unless I needed it. It's huge and it is heavy. It comes in this wonderful case, but it is so big, it's my permanent install light, which is why it's here, which is why also I replaced the Avant with this Pro light, because I wanna take this one with me. I don't want to take this one anywhere. For a permanent studio like what I have here, or if you've got a portrait studio or something that you're currently working out of, and you have this like fixture light that's gonna be with you at all times in that room, this is by far the best option. However, it is so powerful. Right now, I've got this Pro light diffused with a softbox, and I've got it at 20%. 20. If I run it anymore, it starts to blow me out and wash out the back wall. But I do want to show you guys a little bit about how this light works. But this light requires a little more setup than just plugging it in. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to switch to the Osmo Pocket 3. There we are. You can see right here what my whole setup looks like. And we'll get kind of crazy. I'm going to take the softbox off. Oh, God. Okay, you can see that the softbox makes a massive difference. This is 20%. Let's move over here. 20%, let's crank it all the way up. This is all the way in this little room. Here's without it. And with it. I wish I could describe to you how bright it is in here right now. If I sit back here, wow, look at that. I am very much blown out. This light is sunlight bright in this room. All right, that's got to come off. You can see the back wall test is pretty intense. I see no scenario where I'm going to ever run this light at 100%. Okay, let's put it back. Let's grab this. Ooh. All right, we're powered back up now, and let's get this back down to 20%. Okay, so you've now seen an entire overview of Hobolite's lineup. A great next step for you is to just hit their website up, take a look at the different packages they have, the different accessories. There are some special editions like this one, which is like more weather sealed and able to handle rain. There are other accessories like a battery-powered handle. There's just so many things on their website. So there's a link right below that'll take you to Hobolite's website, or you can just type in hobolite.com and hit it up yourself. If you find something that you like, or you're ready to pull the trigger on one of these lights, whether it's the Iris, the Micro, the Mini, the Avant, the Mini Max, the Avant Max, or the Pro light, use the code DAVE5 and you'll get a little discount, but if you're buying quite a bit, it's gonna be a significant discount. I hope you found this video helpful on your own journey. If you did, be sure to like this video. If you are not subscribed, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Drop a comment and share your thoughts. I try to reply to every single comment that I see. Okay, I'm gonna go try to rest my eyes now and get the sparkling to go away. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.